Today we are doing a balance and stability workout using a mini ball. So during this class today you might find that you're falling around a bit, but that's okay, that's totally normal. I'm going to be falling around a little bit as well. So if you are falling around a little bit, that's good. It's your body's way of teaching your mind how to gain control, gain that stability, and it's creating new pathways in your mind. So if you're falling over, that's okay. And we are going to be strengthening the core through stability work. So if you would like to join me, come to the mat. You can use a set of ankle weights if you want to level up this workout. I'm not going to use it today, but if you want to, you can. It's optional. Put it around your ankles. We're going to start in a 4-point kneeling position. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. And then I want you to take the ball between your knees. So we're connecting to the inner thighs here. So the pelvic floor, the core, squeezing the ball. Tuck your feet under and then connect to the core. So before we do anything, I want you to exhale. Draw the belly button to spine. Inhale, let it go. Making sure that you have a neutral spine here. On your next one, squeeze the ball. Hover the knees off the mat. Inhale, lower. Release. Exhale. Draw the core in, squeezing the ball, connecting those adductors, those inner thighs together. Exhale. Strong core work. We're waking up the core for today's class. Exhale, lifting up, just hovering the knees off the mat, pushing the floor away, lowering it back down. So you feel a nice inner thigh burn. Exhale, hold it here. And then I just want you to twist from side to side. So you're keeping the chest squared to the mat and you're just rotating that lumbar spine, that lower back. So the knees are going to the side. You're keeping that inner thigh connection, squeezing the ball. Let's go for another 2. Exhale as you take it to the side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Come back to center now. Lower the knees down. Release the feet. Place them down on the mat. Okay, we're going to get into some more core stability work, and we're really going to challenge your balance right now. So take the ball underneath the right knee. Place your hands on the mat so you'll feel there's a lot of instability with that ball. Make sure the foot is down on the mat. So that's going to help you to keep your balance. And then take the left leg back. So you'll feel it's even more of a challenge now. Can you lift that left leg up? Draw in the core, in that transverse abdominis. Can you lift the right hand off the mat and extend it forward? Bring it back in. Exhale, lift it up, extend forward. Lengthen through the arm and the leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lifting it. The core is working hard. Keeping a neutral spine. Your gaze is down towards the mat. Woo, stability. Okay, let's go for another 2. 1, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And now we're going to crunch in the center. So bring opposite knee to elbow together. Squeeze the knee and the elbow together, extending it out. Bringing it in, rounding the back, scooping in the abs. Inhale, taking it out. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Last one here. Round the back. Take the hand down, take the foot down. I want you to lift the toes off the mat. So this is going to be very unstable, and you might find that you fall over here. So you've lifted those toes off, and then you're going to lift. Find that stability. Take your hands a bit wider if you need to. Shift a little bit forward. Okay, find the stability. Draw in the core. Woo! You might find that your one side is harder than the other, stronger than the other. So you're going to exhale, lift that left leg. Inhale, lowering it back down. Find the stability. Let's do one more. Challenge that core. It's okay if you're moving around a lot. Okay. Take that foot back down. Bring the left leg through between the hands. Lifting up. Okay. We're coming into our lunge series for today's class. So I want you to draw those inner thighs together. So you're creating that connection. Clasp your hands in front of you. I want you to exhale, lift up, hovering that knee off the ball. Inhale, lowering it back down. Exhale, draw the core in, draw the inner thighs in, creating that stability. Let's go for another 5. Tapping, lifting. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Shifting forward now. That back leg is straight, front leg is bent. Lowering it back down, tapping the ball, shifting it forward. So this is a low lunge. You're just shifting forward and back, keeping that strained spine straight, lengthening through the crown of the head. Let's go for another 4. You can pick up the pace if you want. 3, 2, 1. Shifting forward. Take the ankle over the ball. Find your balance. Draw the core in. Find something to set your gaze on. And then you're going to bring the ball in. Extend that leg out. And you might want to pick up the pace here. So we're getting the heart rate up. Last 3, 2, 1. Take that leg back. Lengthen through that leg. Exhale, lift. Woo! Find your balance. Find your balance. I did say you're going to fall over a little bit. That I'm going to fall over a little bit. And then you're going to exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lengthen through the back of that, through that leg, through that back leg. Drawing the core in that transverse abdominis. Your body's working hard. It's amazing how much concentration you need just to stabilize that body. Last 2. Last 1. Bring that ball in. Take that leg back. Lower down. Find the ball. Take the hands down. Send that knee back into your 4-point kneeling position again. So just take a wiggle out here, because that was tough. That was hard work. And we're going to go straight into the other side, because we have 2 sides to work. Okay. So take the ball now. Come into your 4-point kneeling position. Take the ball under the left knee. Now, you might notice here that one side was easier than the other. And that's totally normal. Okay, so try and stabilize. Take that right foot back. Can you lift it? Can you lift the left hand off the mat, taking it forward, tapping it down, exhale, lifting it up, stabilize, keeping the hips square to the mat. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Stay with me. Stabilize as much as you can. This is hard. This is brain work as well as physical. Last 3, 2, 1. Extend it out. Bend it in. Flexing the spine, rounding the back, taking it out. Press that elbow in towards the knee, extending it out. Let's go for another 2. Stay with me. It's difficult. The core is working hard. Body's working hard, actually. Take that hand down. Take that foot down. Lift the toes off the mat. Whew, you might need to take your hands a bit further apart. Okay, you know what's coming next. Shift a little bit forward. Draw the core in. Find your balance before you lift that back leg. Lowering it back down. Exhale. Woo! Last 2. Last one. Woo! Connect to that core. Lowering it back down. Lower the feet down. Take the right leg through the hands. Lifting up into your lunge. Lengthening through that spine. Exhale, lift, draw the inner thighs together. Inhale, lower. And we're going to do about 8 here. So we've done 2, let's go for another 6. So really focus on that core connection, the stability. The thighs are burning. The glutes are burning. Let's go for another 3. Tap, 2. Tap, 1. Shifting it forward, shifting it back. And you can pick up the pace here. Stay with me. I'm building up a sweat. Last 3, 2, 1. Shifting forward, lengthening through the crown of the head. Take the ball underneath the ankle and then take it forward, take it back. Really lengthen that leg as you take it back. So try to lengthen as much as you can. Let's go for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back, lengthen through that leg. Exhale, lift, inhale up. Set your gaze on something, using that glute to lift and lower that leg. This glute is also working hard on the right hand side because it's stabilizing. Last 2, last 1. Lower it down, bring that ball in. Take the foot back, lowering down, resting on that ball, taking the hands down, taking that leg back. Press back to a nice pike. Pedal out the heels. Whew. Well done. Take the knees down. And if you want to, now is your chance to take a water break because, you know, that was the toughest part of class. So from here, it gets a little bit more easier, but I mean, it's still going to be a challenge, so don't click off just yet. Okay, so you've had your water if you want, and then you're going to roll down onto your back. Okay, take the ball underneath the pelvis. Now I want you to make sure that you've placed it correctly. So it's underneath your pelvis. It's not too low that you're rounding that lower back or too high that you're arching the lower back. It's sitting correctly, because this is really going to challenge our balance. So make sure it's placed nicely. You feel comfortable, take the hands down to the mat, lift one leg to tabletop at a time. And from here, we're just going to extend the right leg, exhale, pull it back in, alternating sides. So connect to that core, sliding the ribs down towards the hips. And you're just bending and extending that leg. We're going to make it more challenging. So on your next one, I want you to bring the legs in. Can you lift the right hand to the ceiling? Can you lift the left hand to the ceiling? Ground the shoulder blades in towards the mat, extending the right leg. Exhale, bending it back in. Extending the left leg. Exhale, bend it back in. And now you can feel more of a wobble. That's okay. Can you extend the leg lower? So you're coming into a little bit of hip extension. If you can't, that's okay. Keep it higher. We're all different, and some people struggle with balance more than others. On our next one, you're going to extend opposite hand to leg or opposite arm to leg. Exhale, pulling it back in. Okay, alternating sides. Try and keep that balance. Woo! I'm struggling. Keep your gaze on the ceiling, bending it back in. Okay. Let's go for another 4. Stay with me. Last 3. 2. 1. Bending back in, hug the knees in towards the chest. Take the feet down. Lift the pelvis up, take the ball. And then I want you to roll up to a seated position. So take the ball underneath the ankles. So make sure you have a long line here. Your legs are slightly bent, and you're going to round back now into a half roll back. Okay, you can hold on to the thighs. It's going to be easier for you. And then you can roll the ball in, lowering down onto your back, keeping the head and neck up. So I want you to make sure here that there's no coning. So you're keeping that intra-abdominal pressure. And then you're going to slowly roll the ball back forward to your starting position. And you staying in that half roll back position. So we're really working the core and the lower abs here. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lowering. Keeping your shoulders down and back. Rolling the ball in, extending it out. This is going to be a nice core burn part of the class. Okay, let's go for another 2. Last one, lifting it up, lowering it back down. Take the ball between the ankles now, lifting it up to tabletop. Take the hands behind the head, extend, bend. So notice here, are you keeping that intra-abdominal pressure? And during this whole section, this whole ab burn section, I want you to really check that, because we're going to be tiring out the abs. They're going to get tired, and you might notice that you are coning. So extend those legs out, lift, lower. If you need to take a modification, bend those legs, and then lift and lower. Okay, stay with me. Let's go for another 3, 2, 1. Bend the legs, bring the knees in towards the chest, extend arms and legs, bend your back in. Double leg stretch, and you'll notice that that ball is providing you some feedback. So you're extending both legs at the same time. Keep the head up. Okay. Bend it in, take the hands behind the head, and then you're twisting from side to side. So we're getting into the obliques. Really bring that elbow down towards the mat. Gaze follows that elbow. Okay. Last 2. Last 1. Let's finish it out. Extend the legs long. Little pulses in, little squeezes on that ball. Check that intra-abdominal pressure. Bend it in. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Take the ball. Release it here. Extend the body long across the mat. Taking a mini break, because we all need those mini breaks. So we're going to get into some side body work now. And the side body work is really going to help us stabilize, because we're using the stabilizing muscles of the body, the obliques, the glute med, the glute min. And I want you to take the ball in between the ankles again. So extend your body long across the mat. Okay, extending the body long, take the hand a bit forward, rest your head on your arm. You can place your hand down on the mat for support. Make sure you're pushing that top hip away so the hips are stacked. There's a little bit of a gap between your waist and the mat. And then you're going to squeeze the ball, lifting both legs up, lowering it back down. So you're not resting that side waist into the mat as you lift and lower those legs. There's still a little bit of a gap. Okay, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Perfect. So we're getting into that side waist. We're going to come into some more lateral flexion now, some more of a side bend. Okay, lower the legs down. Take the hand to the hip. So I want you to press into this underneath hand, and you're going to exhale, lift up, reach that hand for the toes, lifting the legs, drawing the inner thighs together. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, reach, lengthen, pushing up out of the shoulder. Exhale, lift, coming into that lateral flexion of the spine, a nice banana shape. And you'll notice that we're getting into the inner thighs here, the adductors, so we're really helping to also stabilize the pelvis. Okay, Exhale, lift, lift, reach, lowering it back down. Okay, take the ball now. You're going to place it underneath your right hand. Bend the bottom leg in. Okay, take that hand a bit further out from the shoulder. So you're not too close in here where it's uncomfortable. Make it so that it's comfortable for you. Extend that top leg. Push that top hip away. Make sure that there's a nice line here between your head. A nice long line of your spine. That's what I'm trying to say. And then you're just going to lift. You can take your hand off the mat. You can send it forward. Okay. Let's go for 4. Just lifting and lowering. Nothing else is moving. That ball is creating instability. Last 2. Last 1. Bend it in. Extend it out. So we're using that glute to really extend that leg. You'll feel it in the side waist here. So we work in the obliques beautifully. The side body, it gets missed a lot, but in Pilates we really work it because we want to get those stabilizing muscles. It's going to make you stronger overall. Okay, bend it in, take the hand down, and then we're going to switch sides. So take the ball between the ankles. I'm coming down onto my left hand side. Extend the arm long. Take it a bit, your hand a bit forward. You can rest the top hand on the mat, making sure that your body's in one long line. Hips are stacked, pushing that top hip away. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Draw the inner thighs together so you're squeezing that ball, getting into the pelvic floor, strengthening the adductors so that our pelvis is stable. Okay. So place that bottom hand down on the floor, lowering the legs, take the top hand to the hip. You're going to exhale, lift, lifting those legs, reaching for those toes, inhale, lower. And now again, you will feel that maybe one side was more stable than the other. And maybe if you do this class on a different day, you'll find that you might have more stability or you might have less stability than you did the previous time that you did it. Our body's different. It changes every single day. Last one here. Lowering it back down. Take the ball in the hand, in the left hand. Long line. So you're really pushing that ball out away from the shoulder. Long line in the spine. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Stay with me. You can send that arm out long. Finding your balance. The ball is creating instability. Let's go for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend it in. Extend it out. Exhale as you extend it out. Inhale as you bend it in. Keep the hips square. The body's not moving, just the legs. So try and create that hip disassociation where you're just moving that femur inside the hip. Last 2, last 1, bend it in. Woo. Okay. You're doing so well. This is a difficult class. I'm not going to lie. When I created this class, I'm like, how can we make this challenging so that your balance improves, but also make it like a really good workout? And I think that's what I've done. If you think so too, leave me a comment down below. Okay, so take the ball behind your right knee. You're going to extend the left leg long, coming into a plank. Okay, I want you to draw that core in and then hover that knee off the mat. You're going to exhale, lift that foot to the ceiling, inhale, lower. So squeeze that ball, you're using the hamstrings, and this is just the start. We're going to get into the hamstrings even more. Okay, hold it up here. Now I want you to swivel. So you're coming onto that left foot, onto the side of that left foot. Take the right hand up, stabilize here. Can you bring that ball forward? Extend it back. Bring it forward. Even if it's a small movement, you don't have to make it very big. Just stabilize. Find that stability. If you need to come down onto your knees, you can. Take it back. Take that hand down. Take that knee down. switching sides. Okay, ball behind knee. The left knee this time, extend that right leg back. Lifting, hovering that knee. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Getting into the glutes, into the hamstrings. Last one, hold it up. Coming down onto the right side of the foot. Lifting that arm up, stabilize. Find something to focus on. Bring it forward. Take it back. Now this side of my body, I find I'm stabilizing better than the other side. So my right hand side is clearly better than my left, even though I'm left-handed. Okay, take that hand down, take the knee down, take a rest. Okay, last couple of exercises. Take the ball underneath the feet and then roll down onto your back. We're going to get more into the hamstrings now. So I want you to ground your feet into that ball. Okay. Take the hands down to the mat. And then you're going to try and lift up into your bridge. So make sure that there is a straight plane. You'll find that your legs are wobbling, and that's okay, but try and stabilize as much as possible. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, press into that ball, using those hamstrings, using those glutes. If you want more of a challenge, take your right hand up. If you want more of a challenge, take your left hand up. Okay. Otherwise, keep your hands on the mat. Let's go for another 2. Last one, hold it up. Can you do little pulses with that ball where you pulse it in towards your glutes? Just micro movements. Stabilize. Take your hands down to the mat if you need to. Last 4, 3, woo! And I fell. Let's finish it. Let's finish it. 2, 1. Lowering it down. Whew. Extend that body long. Bend that knee in. Take it up to the ceiling. Nice hamstring stretch. Flex that foot. Switching sides. Bend the left knee in. Extend it to the ceiling. Flexing that foot. Okay, bending it back in. Whew. Take the ball now, coming into your mermaid position. And then reach up and over, some nice side bend of the spine. Getting into stretching that side waist, the glutes. Take it to the other side, lifting up and over. Taking a nice big deep breath. Calming down the nervous system. Lifting back up. And that's it for today's class, guys. It's been a challenging one. I hope you have enjoyed this stability class with the ball, and I hope that you're feeling like your body was really worked well and that you can stabilize better, you have better core strength. The more you do it, the better you'll get. It's just like with everything. So if you have enjoyed this class, give me a like, comment down below. Did you fall off your ball like I did? And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.